time there was this weather woman. You can come as a pilot, you stay kind of quiet, but you know you love watching my space. So put your cone head shirt on, watch it live on your phone, and drink drunk donkey beer all day. You know you'll be tracking every move it makes. Juicy Jerry. Yeah, Mike, throw a party, man.
All right. Boop, 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 boop. Hey, it's a Good Friday song for most of us. Hopefully, get you in the Friday spirit. Yeah, we got a band over there, Brandy. Pretty excited. How's everybody doing on this Friday? Sometimes Louie says hi. You want to say hi to Louie? Louie's on my lap. He's all worried. We got a suitcase out, and he thinks that he's probably going away, but he doesn't know he's coming with us. So you are going camping with us, Louie. You don't have to be paranoid. He's all worried that we're leaving him. No, you're going with us. You want to go camping? Yeah, you do, don't you? Want to go? Want to go camping? Oh, hey, what's up, Dale? I saw you over there. How's it going, Mr. Dale Kindberg? Morning, Loretta Reed. Good morning, Karen. Morning, James. What's up, Marianne? Teresa? John B. What's going on? Slow weather day, I'm sure. Not a lot cooking unless you're in Texas. Some serious weather we're going to talk about going on down in Texas. Hopefully none of our followers are affected with that. I know there's a lot of flooding going on. I haven't really followed how bad it really is, but I did get a message from one of our Brew crewers that it's really bad, 20 inches in some spots. So yeah, what do you think, Louie? We're going to keep it short and sweet today because we got a lot of stuff to get ready for. But we're going to talk about the weather. We got some serious weather coming up this weekend to watch, okay? And it's going to move on to the south and the east on Monday. So there is weather upcoming. And they already got an SPC outlook for next week in the same general area. So we're in this repeat pattern here, it looks like, with severe weather. And, yeah, Kate over there talking about that satellite imagery. Yeah, we had a big low pressure. I don't think the storms were as bad as they thought, which is good news. But it was an incredible looking cyclone on the Pacific side a couple days ago. For sure. We talked about that a little bit. But, hey, Gulfport, what's up, Steve? Sherry says her husband works at Van Horn. How bad is it, Miss Sherry Holder? Emily Rose, how's it going? Morning. Belize, Shander, good morning. We'll be talking a lot about Belize here as the tropics get going. Right? Right. All right. So there we go, Louie. Let me look down. We got stuff to talk about. Anything other hellos, and then we'll get right into the weather here. Hey, we got some fun stuff coming up next Friday. I want to talk about ABC supports a great charity in Central Florida, UCP. Unlocking children's potential, basically. They do a lot of work with all kinds of kids with special needs. Obviously means extra more to me because of Sarah. But I will be over there next Friday. Now listen, if you like to play cards, ABC sponsoring this Casino Royale annual tournament next Friday. So if you want information on that, I'll probably put a post about it. They got a lot of celebrities. I am not included because I am not a celebrity. A lot of local news people there. Tony, I know Tony. He is the chief meteorologist over there at West News. That's home of Eric Burris. And I think I might have met maybe Ryan once. I don't know. But it's Friday night. If you like to play cards and you're bored and you want to support a great charity, come on over and hang out. especially if you like to play cards. So that's where I'll be next Friday. And big thanks to ABC for doing a lot of behind-the-scenes sponsoring of stuff they don't always advertise. But they do put into a lot of money for special needs, which is near and dear to me for sure. So that's where we're heading, me and Phil. Now tomorrow, we will be hanging out there tonight and tomorrow. You saw my picture. If you're going to Auburndale, Camp Margarita, we got a 2-day getaway. We decided to get the heck out of Dodge. And so if you're heading over there, look us up. We'll be hanging out by the pool watching the Rays tonight. Go Rays. Opening day for the Rays, 4 o'clock. I will be by the Tiki Bar looking for my lost shaker of salt at Camp Margaritaville tonight and tomorrow. So if you're there, we'd love to see you hang out with us. Don't be afraid to come by and say hello. Last but not least, my picture from last night was steak. Yes, and it did look like Florida. I got a lot of comments. I still see Florida. I don't know why, but it was good. All right, so yesterday's big post was this one from AccuWeather. I share other weather sites. I don't predict, never have, never will. It only takes one, you know me. But every year I share AccuWeather. Next week we have Colorado State University coming out with their hurricane predictions. That's the one you'll see all over the news, more than likely, unless your AccuWeather channels. We're already starting to talk about this. This is their analog thinking, the hot spots this year. Take it for a grain of salt. I share it. Wasn't my prediction. Never is. As you know, I always have the same talking points. It only takes one. Inland effects. All that stuff. But anyway, it was, the link to the article had all the questions. And nobody can predict where storms are going to go this far out. We could predict probably quantity, the amount of them, but exact locations, come on, right? Kind of the point of the Helene post yesterday was to show how different areas are impacted from storms not even at landfall. Obviously that was Westminster School in Georgia from the Weather Stem camera, but obviously the Carolinas, Tennessee, South Carolina, obviously, Western North Carolina, those areas are not landfall predictions, but yet others are still affected. So, there's so much more to hurricane season than trying to guess where a landfall is going to be. But if you've been watching the Daily Brew, we've been talking a lot about this La Nina pattern and what historically that means. And that historically, what I have found in my research is La Nina neutral years have a little bit less fish storms, a little bit more push to that Caribbean, which means a little bit more western push. And definitely see that. So I can see that theory. And we're probably going to see a lot more of that theory with the upcoming season, similar to last year. So water temperatures are a little less, but still hot. So anyway, that's current radar, by the way. We'll say a few more hellos. I'm not burning the flip-flops, Shelly. I got the originals ready to go. One more ride. I got my new ones I'm breaking in. But terrible rainfall overnight, man, in South Texas. It was pretty bad. A lot of flooding. A lot of places are flooding, unfortunately, there. And definitely seeing a lot of water rescues. I know we had an earthquake, too. Was it Bangkok? Was that? Correct me if I'm wrong. But I saw a lot of videos on X overnight. Earthquake was pretty bad. A couple buildings collapsed. Not good at all. Here's some of the rainfall totals. Now, I flew into Harlington, big airport there, so I know this area very well. See, South Padre Island, I drove to Harlington, or flew to Harlington. Didn't drive there. It'd be a long drive. But, man, some of these areas are showing, look at that, upwards of 20 inches. That darker purple's, 16, 18, 20 inches. That little pocket of white could be plus 20 inches. So that is the area that is definitely got some flooding going on. A wider look at the areas here. South Texas, obviously. Corpus Christi in the top of your screen. But they even got 3 inches. So San Antonio area, 4 to 5 inches. So everything we talked a lot about it. We were showing those PWAP values. We're showing you all that stuff on Wednesday and Monday. The PWAP values were showing how much moisture was flowing in around the Gulf there, and it happened, unfortunately. So the models were not wrong. Felice, thank you for that confirmation. Shelly's sticking around because she has to leave. You had to go to Orlando. I hope not, because that's going to be a terrible ride. Keem Davis, that was nice, everybody. Doing good, man. Thank you. Hope you're doing good. Morning there, Vicky from New Smyrna Beach. I know what that means, NSB. Leslie said it's a mess. Harlington, yes, looks like it. I'm sure if you want to find out more, search Arlington, Texas. Harlington, not Arlington. Harlington. We do have weather upcoming that we need to talk about. So that mass that kind of went around Texas is going to find its way up more towards the east coast of Texas, up in Louisiana today. This is your flood map for today. Now, we don't have red. We had red yesterday and the day before. This is maybe hopefully a little less rain. It is looking like a little less rain today, but we can still see some isolated flooding in the yellow areas. This is through tomorrow morning as the mass kind of starts moving its way up there a little bit across the upper Gulf. Here's your rainfall through the next 5 days. Through Wednesday, you can see, we got 2 to 3 inches max. I'm not seeing those isolated amounts that we saw, that we just saw happen, but we could still see some isolated rains. Not a lot, obviously, for the East Coast. We got those fires ongoing in the Carolinas and the mountains there across the Appalachians. Not going to see a ton of rain there, but we could see an inch, hopefully, especially come Sunday into Monday there. Hopefully we'll get some rain. Not a lot for the Florida Peninsula or the Panhandle. Anything dark blue is half an inch. So the green is like sprinkles. So there you go. A little bit of East Coast action. We get the summertime pattern, middle U.S. or middle Florida pushing outward this time of year with that high pressure. Ooh, something my eye. Ooh. Everything in Florida depends on a couple things. We get an approaching frontal line, which we got. This high pressure moves away, and these winds start to come around that high pressure along this approaching front. So we have more center storms that go this way. When the high pressure is strong and we don't really have any frontal action, we have more of a flow like this, and the winds come across the state, and we get the sea breeze storms to go this way. So if you're ever curious how that happens, is I have something that flew in my eye there. What the hell? Don't know. Storms today, a little bit of isolated thunderstorms still across the area in the dark green. Nothing too severe on Friday here showing. Saturday, we're starting to see what's coming. We got a big old low pressure building across the middle U.S. A huge area is going to be watching for severe weather. I think we're going to have a very busy April. It looks like we're in this repeat pattern. The temperatures are warming up fast. A lot of instability, so it looks like we're going to be seeing a busy April. Chris from Georgia, or Virginia. Mark Travis, what's up, buddy? Coffee time. Gretchen, good morning. Good morning, Mark. From Michigan, I saw your double post there. What's up? Going to Orlando, she says. Since 2016. Oh, yeah, Leslie. Sheila. Oh yeah, the dogs are good, Alan. Is it Miss Sayan, like Nissan? Misan? Is that like Nissan? Misan? Mike from Virginia, Birdsong. That's a cool name. What's up, buddy? 5-year badge. Loving it. Cool. All right, so here's where the storms begin. This is tomorrow, Saturday, but then really we got some stuff on Sunday. We already have that. That's a large, not common at all for day 3 to have this large enhanced orange 3 out of 5 area, okay? Extremely large area. All the way up to the Great Lakes, okay? So this is a big deal on Sunday. Lots of weather, and they're talking about all hazards are going to be possible in this hatched area. That's 2-inch hail plus, hurricane force winds 75 mile an hour plus, and EF2 plus tornadoes are all going to be possible. Now, not everybody's going to get it. It's just this is the general juicy weather Sunday into Sunday night. Unfortunately, Sunday night, we're going to see that. A lot of areas, man. The whole state of Indiana, Dusty. Most of Tennessee, most of Kentucky. Arkansas, man. I got buddy there, Dusty. Northern Bama, Mississippi there. I'm trying to stay away from this state because I don't know which one it is. Let's quiz our MWPs. That state number 1 is what, and then what state is that number 2? Because these are called the flyover states. Jason Aldean sang a song because nobody knows them, including me. I think it's Iowa. Is number 1 Iowa? And no, that's Missouri. No, wait, that's Missouri. One's Missouri, one's Iowa. Help me. I do not want to disrespect Iowa, Susan. All right, that's Iowa. Iowa's number 1. I knew that. See, I was right. And Missouri's to the north, right? Bottom one's Missouri. Wait a minute. No, Arkansas is this one. Oh, God. Okay, y'all number them. I know number 1 is Arkansas. What is number 2 and what is number 3? I know, but I want to see if you know. So in your comments, go 2 dash what state is 2. I know Missouri and Iowa, but which ones? Okay, Iowa's the north one, Monica. You guys need to type numbers. Nobody's putting numbers down. 2? There you go, Sherry. No, everybody's telling me that's Missouri. 3 is Iowa. 2 is Iowa. Sherry, you're wrong, I guess. Maybe. Carolyn on YouTube says Missouri's 2. We don't know anything. And Dave says Missouri's number 1. No, that's Arkansas. We should all go back to 3rd grade. Are you smarter than a 5th grader? There we go. Brian's probably got it figured out. He says Missouri. All right, everybody's getting it right now on YouTube. YouTube must be a little more smarter this morning than Facebook. Deborah, you're saying 1 is Iowa. No, that's 1 is Arkansas. This is bad. Now I'm all confused. Well, if you live there, you know where you live. We need to go back to school. We've been drinking too much ABC fine wine and spirits this morning. Mimosas. Sarah probably knows more than we do. All right, enough of that. But anyway, serious weather's coming Sunday, and it's Sunday night. And then we got this on Monday. All right, so there's going to be a pretty strong developing squall line. There's a front coming. It's going to push this mess to the east. So they're talking about big winds to the north, but all hazards to the south. Now, this is day 4, Monday. So tomorrow we'll get the more colored SPC charts as they fine-tune the forecast. So looks like a lot of y'all in the south and the east are going to be dealing with some strong storms, hail, and wind on Monday, okay? And it's inching a little closer to me here in the Tampa Bay area. A little closer. And then we got this 2 days later, Wednesday, April 2nd. So it does appear this whole pattern, looking at ensembles, we're just having low pressure areas after low pressure areas sliding across the middle U.S. So it could be a busy April, as it usually is. But we already got a day 6, Wednesday, April 2nd outlook that we'll talk about down the road. All right, so let's look at tropical tidbits here. Look at the euro, just kind of give you an idea of timing of some stuff. This is today. You're going to see the moisture go to the north a little bit. This is, just to give you a basic idea of what's going midday today here. As we inch into the evening hours, there's that rain. South Texas is going to take a break tonight, but there's rain more towards the northern part of the Gulf here in Louisiana. We get through the evening hours tonight. There's a heavy rain building up tonight, and then tomorrow morning, boom. So Texas getting dry tomorrow morning, Saturday morning. There's your rains. Watch your low pressure 997 coming across. Here's your storms. Not too bad. A little bit of storms here. This is tomorrow, but a lot of rain in the upper Gulf tomorrow at midday tomorrow. There you go. Saturday, midday tomorrow. Some of that could reach Florida Panhandle by tomorrow evening. There you go. High pressure going to kind of keep things kind of quiet here across the East Coast and down into Florida here, but it's also fueling up the things that are coming as we're starting to see our low pressure take shape and our big dip in the jet behind it, pushing it. This is heading into Sunday morning. So there's Sunday morning. We're already starting to see some storms possible. Interesting. Already starting to see little cells popping up here Sunday morning. But there's your main player Sunday. There's your rains. Now as our low, gets into Sunday morning, could see some isolated storms across the coast. Everything starts to race out ahead of this thing. But this is kind of the big deal here Sunday. We're going to look at the areas and timing, just kind of give you an idea. Isolated storms throughout the day, all being fueled by this big low pressure area Sunday. Could see some rain. Remember the rain accumulation maps weren't showing a lot, but we definitely could see some normal time rains on Sunday here across the southeast. But the main player is building behind it. This is that secondary frontal line that's going to be pushing some storms. So it's a very complicated system here with some stuff early Sunday, and then it looks like maybe the more stormier stuff coming in behind. So it's kind of a 1-2 punch here as our isolated storms now start to develop here Sunday p.m. So it's kind of weird. You're going to think overnight Saturday and Sunday that could be the big deal, but no, we're going to have a break. We're going to have the heating return, and that heating of the day on Sunday is going to fuel this system. And there's the storms they're worried about Sunday night into Monday morning. So we could have a pretty healthy looking line here Sunday night into Monday morning. And this is the one they're talking about. All hazards could be, present across the upper Gulf here. This is Monday morning. So we could see some tricky weather Monday, March 31st here, as our line goes through on Monday. And there's these isolated storms popping here through the day on Monday. This is Monday p.m. right here. So that's everything in a nutshell. This is overnight Monday. So we can have a little bit lingering in the overnight hours. This is before daybreak on Tuesday. Should all long be gone by Tuesday. But we can see some Monday night overnight stuff here from Mid-Atlantic. Very, very confident this timing. We've been talking about it now for a week. Now let's look at next week. You can just see Wednesday, the next low pressure area pops on across. Anytime you get these middle U.S. low pressure areas coming across that are 989, we're going to have storms. It's a little easier than it was about a month ago when we were talking about a low pressure, because now we got the heat. We didn't have the heat a month ago. Now we got the heat. So all you need is a little bit of low pressure to spit out these storms, and that's what we're going to see April 3rd, it looks like, and April 2nd here, Wednesday and Thursday of next week. So we could see a repeat round Wednesday next week. Look at that. Same thing. Possibly going into Thursday and Friday as it comes across. So there you go. And a lot of it's being fueled by the temperatures like we talked about. Here is Saturday high temperatures. Holy moly, 90s all the way up in Oklahoma. We got upper 80s all the way, fueling this thing on Sunday. 80s all the way through Mississippi. 80s up in Tennessee. 80s in Arkansas. 80s in number 2. I don't remember what state that was. Number 2. And then on Monday, you can see 90s somewhere in Florida, 80s in Georgia, Carolinas, North Carolina, and South Carolina, getting 80s, maybe into Virginia on Monday. As this line now will be what we're watching, all that heat playing into a factor, brewing the storm. So summer's here, man. Spring is cooking. We get into next week. There's those hot temps again, fueling the next system. 80s all the way up to Tennessee and Kentucky. That's the Wednesday storm. So we got a lot to talk about, lots to watch next couple days. We got a red flag warning happening right now in Florida, my home area, and I think we got still remains in the Carolinas, unfortunately. So they're dealing with fires. We had evacuations yesterday. We'll see what Florida has. Florida has red flag. Red flag warning means higher fire risk, low humidity, strong winds, and basically dry conditions. And we are kind of in a drought. If you look at currently, today's Friday. So we got a new drought yesterday. Here's your new drought map from yesterday. We'll see if they added anything for Florida. Basically, the peninsula is dry. Oh man, everybody obviously is still dry. Carolina's brown is D2, but we got some D3s here in Florida. This is why we got a red flag warning parts of Pasco northward. Then we got D2 down in southeast Florida too. So this is the current drought. But if we look at things like current humidity, for example, for today, let's just look at the HRR for us here, which most people are watching me here in the southeast. We'll go southeast and show you how dry it is. We look at humidity. Dew points. Let's look at humidity. So today we're talking humidity in the 30s by 5 p.m. tonight. I mean, that's just so rare. Look at 20s in the Carolinas, 30s for humidity. That's just nuts. So I mean, you take out the moisture in the air, things light easier. So very dry across the south. You take out that, you got the dew points are going to be the same. Dew points are going to be kind of showing where we at. What day is it today? In the cool range, which indicates lack of heat, kind of 30s up in the Carolinas for that. And then look at the winds. So if we were to get any sort of fire, we got strong winds wrapped around this high pressure system here coming across the state today, and that could help really magnify things. So we're going to have some gusty 20-30 mile an hour winds here across Florida, especially the west coast here. We got some 30s and 40s showing up later today. Not a very good boating day. Let's see what the waves look like. I don't think we have it on this map. We might have it on the Euro, though. That won't be too bad along the coast, but still, I wouldn't want to be out in it. Let's see what it looks like. Definitely not the Atlantic side. We know that. You got a strong high pressure over there pushing. Be good surfs up though. 10-foot waves today later on. Any surfers out there? So obviously the East Coast is getting blocked, but it's still windy. But the waves aren't too bad because they need time to build. But there's your strong high pressure pushing in the waves on the West Coast. It could be quite big along the Bahamas there, but we got orange 18-foot right off the coast. So surf's up, dude. Mary Carroll. What's up? So bam, there you go. Strong winds in Texas, Louisiana, getting these winds whapping around. It's Elmer Fudd. Was it Elmer Fudd? Who was the one that said had that accent? I don't know. All right, so we got flood chances in Louisiana, Texas today. We got fire, unfortunately, still ongoing in the mountains there, Carolinas. Same areas that were hit with Helene are dealing with that. That's terrible up that way. I'm not 100% up to date on everything. I know a lot of great meteorologists up there that are covering it very well. Ed Petrowski and Brad Panovich and Shay Gibson are three of guys that we kind of follow each other, so they're doing a good job. But morning, Mr. Dave Berryhill. You got fires up there, dude. So see you, James. Have a good weekend, buddy. Softball. All right, so we'll stick around for 5 more minutes. Morning, Miss Nancy Gonzalez. What's up, Morgan? Tropical troubles. Anybody gonna watch the Rays today? Rays are on 4:10 p.m. Who's pitching, Eric? Who's our starting pitcher today? You think I would know? I think McClellan that was hurt? Nerve? Rain coming, Jenny, hopefully this Sunday, Monday for you. I'm going to do a little TikTok here in a second. They'll be good, buddy. See you, man. RC Car Racing. Trasky, man, I see you guys over there, buddy. Trask, what's up? I follow, huh? What is that? Pete Paya. What is that? P-E-P-I-O-T. That's the pitcher. Oh, Pete Paya. Oh, who's that? Pete Paya. I don't know. Julie's reading me the starting pitcher for the Rays, and she's speaking another language now. I don't even know what the hell she's saying. She's in there. I got her a chair for the bedroom. I call her the old lady with the shoe, or what was that? So Trasky, yeah, follow Warzone, man. You guys are doing a great job, man. It looks a lot of fun. I guess you were the Oval Works driver of the month. Is that true? It was good seeing some of the old faces, man. Mike Indy. Hey, if you see Mike Indy, he's still got a transponder of mine, and Steve Olson still owes me for a servo from University Speedway days. I do not forget anything. Ask Julie, man. I'm the best scorekeeper. So weather in a nutshell, man, we got a heavy rain down in Texas, serious flooding ongoing in South Texas. It's wrapping itself up around more northeast Texas into Louisiana today. That's merging ahead of a big old system coming in Sunday that's going to kind of bring a lot of nasty weather. But the bigger line sets up later Sunday afternoon and night behind that big mess that's going to push itself through all the way to North Florida and all along the East Coast come Monday. We're going to see a lot of alerts. So tomorrow the Storm Prediction Center map will be out for Monday. We know it's going to be a busy weather day Monday, and we'll go from there. So we'll see what it is. All right, cool. All right. We'll do a couple shout-outs real quick. My Furman family, don't forget, we're getting close to hurricane season. They give all the MWPs a 30% off discount right there. All you got to do is click on it. That's MWP30. But if you click on the link, it automatically gets applied. Free shipping to your door. A lot of y'all are Furman customers now. They are awesome. Greg and Jason and Sean and Brandon and crew, Megan, all y'all, we've become family. Talked a lot about the ABC poker tournament this Friday. It's for a great cause. All the money goes to UCP of Florida Helping Special Needs and regular kids. Guess special needs and regular are the same. Because I don't think Sarah's any different than anybody else. So, we're all special. Helping all kids. How about that? By the way, I think Sarah would have known where Missouri and Iowa was before us. So, but anyway, great cause from ABC helping support this UCP of Central Florida, and it's over there. Big poker tournament, and they have a lot of celebrities showing up. And I'll be there Friday with my buddy Phil. Phil's the card player. I'm not. We'll see how good Phil does. We're gonna have a team MWP, and Phil will be representing us, and I think they have a Texas Hold'em tournament, and I'm counting on Phil. All these celebrity weather people, see? We got Julie, Michelle, Ryan. I know Tony. And I think that's it for weather people. So you got 4 weather people there. So I'm going to have Phil sneak in and kind of be that little slick guy that nobody expects to win. And maybe we'll win the money for UCP and help some kids out. So that's it for me. All right. We will, and I'm heading to Ocala Wednesday for a big power company thing. So if you know what I'm talking about, I'll see you there. It's up in Ocala Wednesday. I'll be up there doing that. So a lot of stuff coming up this time of year. For Christine says Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri, and Iowa. Okay, well I believe you. I keep getting weather tempest notifications from my truck. MWP Storm Chaser just said 62 degrees. I don't believe that. Is it 62 degrees outside? Humidity is 80%. I can't be right. 1025 pressure. Maybe it is 62 degrees. Alexa, what's the temperature in Oldsmar?
Right now, it's 70 degrees Fahrenheit.
It says 70. So my truck's not right. Kind of like me. Charlotte Bell, hey, if you can hit the like, we appreciate it, but we'll get busy during storm season. YouTube is a slow growth social platform, that's for sure. Cylindra says, good morning from Crusoe. Where the heck's that at? Please have a great weekend yourself. Sometimes maps looks like to be missing Orlando. What you got going on, Janelle? Steve, have a good day. Orlando's not a washout Sunday. No. I don't think it is. I think that's just we can enter Orlando. I always do this. Well, actually, let's just do this. NWS forecast points. Because I'll be over that way, kind of that way. Sunday. Well, tomorrow we got softball in Lake Mary. we'll be heading that way. All right, so let's take a look at Orlando. This is Orlando. And Sunday rain chances. Oh, it says 72%. Holy crap. We'll be coming home Sunday, but still. Saturday's only 19%. Yeah. I guess what I should have watched Mike's weather page. 72%. Let's see when they expect it. Let's see here. More afternoon. 2 p.m. Heaviest chances are afternoon rains Sunday. Whatever. I don't know. I mean, we saw it. I mean, here it is. Let's zoom in. What day is today? Friday. We might be able to get into HRR. I don't think it's going to be out far enough yet. Let's look at the 12Z HRR. Look at that. Let's see if we got 12Z out. Full run yet? No. Yeah, there it is. All right. See how far we can get out. It only goes out to Sunday morning. But we already got some stuff. Yeah, I don't know, man. Sunday's going to be iffy. That's Sunday morning. The NAM isn't quite out that far yet. 6Z will be, though. Yeah, it's all that rain's wrapping around. I wouldn't cancel anything yet, but the flow pattern is definitely catching up to that stormy system on Monday. Pulling up that juice. Yeah. I think it's just going to be a typical field, summertime field. You know, it's going to be 80s, upper 80s. It's probably going to be just like a normal thunderstorm day, you know, hit or miss. Isolated thunderstorms. It's not a system that's going to linger. It's a pattern of normal, whatever normal is. But yeah. Slender wants to know about rain. Well, your best chance is going to be late Sunday. And, you know, later Sunday, there's that first round, hopefully. And then Monday, you might get a second round here Monday afternoon. So you got 2 chances for the mountains there. Sunday and then Monday. And nothing until then. Friday and it's dry up there. Low humidity. We just saw that. Yes, I don't know. I showed it to you. You can, you know. This time of year, you know, it's impossible. There's always hope. You just know there's going to be a storm somewhere around you. You just hope it misses you. And it's going to be moving pretty fast, so that's the good news. Things are going to be pulling up around that high pressure system that we're seeing right here on Sunday. Right there. So all this moisture is feeding up into this. This is the storm. Let me fast forward here. Sunday. This is storm number 1 line, but all this is funneling into this. Why is my pointer not working? So all this, whatever. One more try. Come on, pointer. There we go. All that juice is pulling up ahead of this up here and then the second line. It's like feeding the monster. 65 in Tallahassee, Mary. Cool. That's cool. Literally cool. Hey, it's 10 o'clock. We made it. Have a good trip, Shelly. You can hit the road. Jack. Shelly, Sheila. All right, that's about it for me. So, hey, we'll be live on Monday. All right, we got Daily Brew next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's our schedule this time of year. All right, you can always go to the webpage and find out when we're live again. I always record things. There it is. Next Daily Brew. I'll update it here in a second. It'll say Monday, 3:31 next week. So please tune in for that. And do one final shout out to our friends at Storm Smart. I went down there and looked at their showroom. I cannot wait to start talking about the products they have, but they have rolled down hurricane protection rated to Cat 5. Phenomenal products and a great staff that I really enjoyed talking to and found out a lot about them being local here. So we'll talk about them more in the future, but great stuff. People ask me all the time. So, all right, have a great day. We'll see you Monday. Have an awesome weekend. And if you're going camping at Margaritaville, stop by and say hey. We'll have a